By gum, uppin' as I'm up north in Manchester, or Manchester as somebody once called it. By looking around this gym, I can see exactly what they mean. Look at this chap, Nutter. He's actually a young offender, and it's better that he's pummeling that bag than pushing a man through a chip shop window, which is... Hey, can you stop that now, please? Can you stop that? Cheers, thanks. Because I'm in Manchester, at Our Lady of the Blessed Shroud Amateur Sports Club, where young yobbos and supposedly reformed offenders are taking part in a marathon 24-hour sparring session for comic relief. I wonder what the Virgin Mary make of all this, Michael.
She's probably saying, get on, chin, little wanker.
Blasphemous. But actually, I should explain what the reason Michael's dressed as a town crier is we were going to do a report in Alderley Edge, lovely town of Alderley Edge. Don't make it ding, Michael. In Cheshire, we were going to have Morris dancers. Michael was going to be ringing the bell.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Give your money to Pugsy the Bear! Pugsy the Bear!
That's children in need. This is comic relief. It's a completely different thing. They're rival charities, Michael. Bitter rivals. And it's oh yeah, not oh yeah, that's the Beatles. Right. Anyway, on with the show. We have here a young chap. Your name is Adam. Bit of a posh name around here.
My dad likes Adam Ant.
Did he? Do you still like him?
No, he's dead.
Adam Ant's dead?
No, my dad's dead.
Oh, right. It's a relief. I thought, sorry. Anyway, my path and Adam's have crossed before, haven't they?
Yeah.
Because 2 years ago, my car was stolen in Manchester. And, Adam, would you like to tell them who stole it?
I did.
And in line with the government's current trend for having offenders apologise to the victims, what would you like to say to me?
I'm sorry for stealing your car, Alan.
No, that wasn't difficult, was it?
No, the keys were in the ignition.
Oh, we didn't know. No? My good. Well, now we're going to go on to help raise money for slightly more deserving causes. Yeah. By watching young men indulge in the noble art of thumping each other. See you later. Sorry about your dad. What happened?
The Falklands.
Oh. Impressive. This is Tony Maloney. Tony Maloney, who runs the gym here. Tony Maloney, stole a pony. Comedy name. Anyway, Tony, you're the chap that runs Violent Establishment. Tell us a bit about what's going on here.
Well, this is an amateur boxing gym, Andrew, and what we do is we're boxing... We're boxing... What?
It's just Alan. Alan's my name. Go on.
We're boxing tonight for comic relief. We're doing a 24-hour sparring session. The lads are doing relays, as you can see, and boxing behind me. Stuart and Craig, they're doing a bit, you know, and it's just trying to raise money. Yeah. These lads, I mean, they've been dealt a bad hand, you know, and what boxing does, it's just giving a... That's what I like to do, you know, we're setting them in the right direction.
Great.
I mean, myself, I was in South for a few years, and I mean...
You were in prison?
Yeah. But I mean, I've had a past, and like one of these lads, I'm trying to make sure they don't have a past.
I'm with you.
They've got a future. Yeah. Craig's mum's got behavioural problems. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What?
Yup.
Hey, up. What's going on? We're not Yorkshire.
I know.
It's Manchester, Fleming.
I know.
What's that? Hey, up, high up, all day.
Let's have a bit of fun with the accent. Come on, relief.
You've been a dickhead.
I'm trying to raise some money for comic relief.
You're taking the piss.
You clearly have been inside for something...
There's a brown Toyota blocking me van in. You know who it is?
Can you stand?
Brown Toyota blocking outside.
It's my car. It's not a brown Toyota. It's a coffee-coloured Lexus. I'll shift it afterwards. We do a report for comic relief.
It's Meals on Wheels. It's shifted. Give pop.
Well, I'm trying to feed... This is live television. It's for comic relief. We've got to have that.
I couldn't be too shit, so I've got a Meals on Wheels outside. The pensions, get it moved.
Well, I'm trying to feed people who are starving.
Neil's trying to feed people that are starving.
They're not starving. They're just a bit hungry.
You want to go around shitting on the old people now?
No, I do not.
Should I give him your keys?
All right, Michael, can you move my car, please?
He's pissed him. What's his game?
OK.
It's a boxing club, not a circus.
I know, it's not a circus. There's my keys. You can move my car.
Up and Adam. You want to slide?
I'm trying to do a report for comic relief.
I'll tell you something.
We should go back to the studio.
I'll tell you something. Can we go back to the studio? Listen to me. You've had it on the plate. You've had it on the plate. You've had it on the plate, you boy, haven't you? Oh, do you know what graft is? You're up 6 o'clock in the morning, it's pitch black. All the way with the flask on your hand, doing a day's work, coming back, pitch black again, you never see the daylight. That's the dream.
I have worked, actually, in an orange juice factory when I was a student. Yes. Orange juice.
What's all that? That graft, is it? You've had it all on a plate. I heard you before on the phones talking to your friends. I might get a chat show out of this. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all, isn't it? I've got one lung, my friend. I got one lung, counting, one lung.
One lung.
Has it held me back?
I'm
Yeah,
trying
well,
to do
yeah,
that.
yes. Has it held
Not
me
my
back?
fault. I didn't take
Has
your
it held
lung
me
away.
back? No, I could have 10 rounds on them, boys.
Yeah,
No one
so
would.
could I. I could go 10 rounds of those.
Could you?
Yeah.
Could you?
Yeah.
Pick a lad then.
All right, I will
Let's
pick
see
a
it.
lad.
Pick a boy.
Him.
Him? Let's see a bit of that then.
Fine.
Let's see you.
I
and him
will, I
in
will
there.
spar them. And,
Yeah.
and if
Put
you
that on
and if
your
you don't, and
show.
if you don't stop being aggressive, you might go back to prison.
You're that far away from getting fucking head butted.
Jonathan, later on I'm going to be sparring in there with a young boxer and trying to clear the air and restore the atmosphere, which has gone rather sour. Jonathan. I'm Alan Partridge, and I'm the landlady of the Best Shroud Sports Facility, where I've been goaded by a fat, damaged man with one lung into battling for charity in a boxing ring. I don't know much about it, but I'll give a bit of the old 1, 2, 3. Is that a move? I don't know. We'll soon find out. In the ring. Wish me luck.
Go on, fat lad. Go on, fat.
Michael hits him! Get with the bell! Back to the studio with Jonathan! I am
Sport,
Alan.
travel, farming and weather. Radio Norwich.
I'm Alan Partridge. You're listening, stroke, watching to Radio Norwich, stroke BBC Two. It's Comic Relief Night. Pledge your money, all of it. Only joking, just some of it. To this number, Comic Relief number 0345 460 460. That's the number. Don't ring into Radio Norwich. They're not participating in the charity side. That's their decision. OK, we've got loads going on. Over there in the corner is Charity Charlie.
Dwayne, Mammo Johnny, come on, get your hands in your pockets.
But it's time for Alan's Fact of the Day. Here we go. There are no plans to reopen the revolving restaurant at the top of London's Post Office Tower. Once again, no plans to reopen the revolving restaurant atop the Post Office Tower. Shame. And let's have another one. There we go. Elton John's real name is Harry Webb. Now, I'm getting a lot of people calling in saying, Alan, can you explain, again, the format of the show? Well, basically, when I'm looking at the camera, I'll be broadcasting nationally and locally. When I turn away to fiddle with records or whatever, listeners to Radio Norwich will get the record. Viewers to BBC Two will get a Comic Relief insert. It'll be different. So to help, remember these two phrases. Looking at the camera, chat cam same. Looking away, sketch disc diff. There's actually another very simple way to understand it, and that's to have had the decency to listen to what I was saying earlier. Right? Later on, I'll be springing a big Kate Bush surprise on you, so listen/watch for that. In the meantime, Carl Douglas, remember him? The man who sung Kung Fu Fighting has rung up with his own recipe called Kung Stew Cooking. You've not thought it through, really. But that's Comic Relief, and on a night like this, there is at least a 30% failure rate on most ideas, and that's accepted. And just a quick retraction, I earlier claimed that Elton John's real name was Harry Webb. We've just had 2 calls from Cliff Richard's management who've asked me to point out that Harry Webb is his real name and not Elton John's. So just to reiterate, Cliff Richard's is Gary Webb and not John. Tell you what, I've had an idea for a phone-in. Top of my head. If you have the same name as a famous person or actor, author or sports personality, then give us a call. I'd love to hear from you. Can we do that? No, we can't. Why not? We're not geared up for it. OK, no matter. Phone your mother. Tell him, no matter. We've got a character called Charity Charlie over there in the corner. There, Charity Charlie. Hello, Charlie.
Hello, back.
You're going to have to do better than that, Michael. Charlie. What gives, Charlie?
I do.
Thank you, Charity Charlie. Because Rowan Atkinson, the rubber famous man, been in a sketch which tries to find the funny side of the First World War. On occasions, I think, oversteps the mark. Because it's all very well laughing at some chap who trips over his musket and gets a bit of lead shot in his arse. But it's not so funny, suffering from the appalling effects of mustard gas. Sorry about that, I appear to have soured the atmosphere. A bit like mustard gas. Ooh. See how easy it is to cross the line. So what better way to pay tribute to those who laid down their lives in the First World War than with imagination? Sorry about all the glitches up till now. Anyone who knows me professionally will know that under pressure my work does suffer. Still a national slot. Hello. What am I saying? Put your teeth back in, Alan. Oh, all right, there you go. They fell out. Not really, they're not false. I mean, I just said it. This wet is wet. What's wet? Michael, what's wet? Cheeky Charlie, not Charity Michael. What's the... do that thing?
What thing exactly?
You know...
All right, aye.
That's the one.
You're in this much.
All right.
Do you feel all right?
Alan's fact of the day. Sheryl Crow used to be a lab technician. If you're a regular Radio Norwich listener, I'm afraid there's no time to play our phoning competition we normally have at this time, Win Your Will. It's actually quite good. I'm explaining this to BBC Two. Basically, people phone in and answer 10 medical questions, and the winner gets a cash sum equivalent to 10% of the amount that they've already bequested in their will. It's a lot of fun for my elder listeners. Anyway, we've got a celebrity in the studio because we're about to take a ferry to an island called Brian. That's because it's Brian Ferry. And there he is, Brian. Welcome to Norwich and Comic Relief.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Now, I suppose someone like you puts paid to the rumour that you can't be cool and be called Brian. In fact, I'd say that as far as famous Brians go, you're up there with Connolly, Adams and Keenan and Brian May. But we're delighted to have you now.
Thanks very much. It's very nice to be here.
Now, we all know your contribution to pop iconoclass and neatness in pop, which I know is something you feel very strongly about. But what not many people do know is, and I will be eternally grateful, because Brian here was the very first person to alert me to Tetters and Peps. Do you remember that? It was in a queue for a domestic flight.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine if you don't remember, Brian, but don't lie. It's comic relief. You're a big boy now. But actually, you're not actually here on a charitable basis, are you? But like a true Roxy sport, you've agreed at short notice to come in and be here. Can you tell us why you're in the area?
Well, I've been looking around at some property around here.
Really? Good thing is, you've got the collateral in the bank and you can move now. I'm presumably paying cash, are you?
Well, I hadn't actually thought of that.
Well, it's not my business. Yeah, but the point is, you can if you want. You're like me. And I would say, if you want a bit of advice, use that to your advantage, because there are a lot of people in Norwich, he knows, although he's not a property owner.
Hello there.
This is Michael, by the way. So take your glove off for a second. He's a Geordie, like yourself, where you've sort of ironed out the creases. But if you can use your cash advantage, it will really save you a lot of time. I'll tell you who's very good to talk to if you're interested in property. Chris Tarrant.
Oh, yes.
Any big single cash purchase, he is shit hot. I saw him the other day, actually. I said, Chris, who wants to be a millionaire? Not you, you already are one, you big cock. Are you going to be making a donation?
Yes, of course. Yeah,
Great. Want to get your chequebook out? Just get a pen. I won't tell the audience what you're writing. You're listening to Alan Partridge and watching it. So, as I say, I won't say the amount. Suffice to say, it will buy you 2 microwave ovens, I think, or 3.5 Dyson vacuum cleaners, which again works because I know you're into neatness.
There you go.
As well, actually put your check card details on the back. Yeah, security.
Check card details.
Yeah. OK, and a quick fact of the day. The lunar module was made from compressed paper. I think that's made up, actually. I think you've made a mistake there, don't you? Just ring up and quote your details from one of these. Not this exactly, this is just an example. It's actually a blown-up photocopy of my ex-wife's credit card. It should have specimen written across it, but unfortunately events overtook us. Anyway, there it is, my ex-wife. Might as well chuck in an Alan's fact of the day. Her date of birth, 14th of the 4th, 43, if that's of any use to you, and her mother's maiden name is Parker. The next record postseeds a very special announcement, because you may be interested to hear that next week I am marrying a very handsome lady from Canada. It's not one of those work visa things. The first thing I said to her after I proposed was there's no visa in it. I don't want to be saddled with Mrs. Work Permit Partridge, and she said yes. And as it happens, there is a visa in it. But I can honestly say that for the third time in my life, I am happy. I know one or two individuals who'll be disappointed at that news. Live with it. Let's hear the dedication for my lovely lady, Tony, with an I. It is a lady. I can vouch for that. I mean, I really can, you know. And if it's not, then it's a bloody good job. In which case, what the heck? Enjoy. It's Mr. Philip Collins, Against All Odds. If you just tuned in nationally, you're watching Alan Partridge on Comic Relief and Stroke, or locally listening to him stroke me on Radio Norwich. Actually, don't cough, Michael. Don't drink of water. I said, not that one, that's mine. Now, do I spy Emperor Dave of the Clifton Galaxy beaming down from his intergalactic pop rocket?
Hello, Alan.
Hello, David Clifton. Justin preparing to take over for his show in a few minutes' time. Where's your red nose, Dave?
Well,
I don't suppose you need one, do you?
Why not?
You know, because you're drinking.
Yeah, actually, I'd rather leave that in the past, Alan. Actually,
you can laugh about it.
Yeah, well, no, I think you have to, really. I noticed on your car you've got a red nose there, haven't you? Which is it's actually turned pink, hasn't it, really, Alan? Because it's been on there for sort of 3 or 4 years.
Well, stop talking now, Dave, because you aren't asked to participate. So it's not your show, not yet. Anyway, we've got to move on so that there's just time to squeeze in Kate Bush. I don't mean squeeze in to Kate Bush, squeeze into Kate's bush. Sorry, I'm very sorry. I've gone down market there. If any of Kate's friends are listening, please don't tell her. This is her bush, not her bush. Right, welcome back. I'm Alan Partridge. At last I can reveal my big Kate Bush gauntlet, which I'm throwing down now. Right, Paul, the glove.
They're just hired, mate.
Throw down. Comic Relief don't know about this. It's a little bit of a surprise. If enough people pledge enough money, I will fly to London straight after the show and sing a live Kate Bush medley on BBC One. I've already booked a helicopter, so I'm already £2,000 down, so you'd have to pledge at least that for me to break even. But I'm looking for a lot more than that for Comic Relief. £10,000. £10,000, and I, Alan Partridge, will be a national Kate Bush charity jukebox.
Actually, £10,000, Alan?
Yep.
Comic Relief actually make that in 5 minutes, and
Yeah,
that's
all right.
nothing.
All right, then 1,500.
Oh, come on, Alan.
£1,000.
Come on, make it... What did I hear? That £1,500,000?
No,
Do you know that is £1.5 million, folks?
No. You know what I mean?
£1.5 million! He's a nut of man.
Don't make it 2 million, I don't care.
Woo! Two!
Make it 1.5. 1.5. I've done that. I've done that again. £1.5 million minus 2,000 for the copter. I need that back. So if you, the British public, and listeners to Radio Norwich, you need this, pledge £1.5 million, I, Alan Partridge, will fly to Television Centre to sing a live Kate Bush medley. Right, that's the end of my little stint. Thank you for watching or listening in the Norwich area. Just time to read this out, as we always do at this time. It's Partridge's Night Owl. It's basically a local listings list.